Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we have missing Robert Thomas Pillsen Rahier. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, so forgive me. He was only 15 years old. He went missing July 6, 1990, allegedly, or around that time. 5'9", 180 pounds. That would be the right date, I'm sure. He ran from a treatment facility, allegedly. He has a scar on his forehead and a discoloration on his right arm. He was last seen wearing a blue shirt and black trousers. Discoloration right forearm and on the top of his right hand due to burns from childhood. So he has various scars. You can read that. He was wearing glasses with silver frames and tinted lenses. And here's a picture of him. So here's what the Charlie Project says. He was born in 1974, says he had emotional problems. And this is pretty, to me, this is pretty horrific, what I'm reading, okay? It says he was last seen about 8:45 a.m. July 6, 1990, in the vicinity, and it gives you a street name. It says he was staying at the Cheyenne Mesa, a day program and residential treatment facility for adolescents with psychiatric and behavior problems. According to his mother, he was traumatized after he witnessed his stepfather's suicide when he was only 7 years old. That morning, he called his mother and insinuated that something was wrong, but told her he couldn't say exactly what was troubling him because the call was being monitored. And then he disappeared. His mother immediately called the facility to make arrangements to visit him, but was told that he was on an outing. What? What do you mean he's on it? Who took him on the outing? Right? Later that day, they said that he ran away. So there's confusion as to what he was wearing. The clothes that they said he was wearing were returned to his mother along with the rest of his belongings. And she stated he brought 2 pairs of shoes, and she got both pairs back. So he wasn't even wearing shoes. How did he go on an outing barefoot? She said he had sensitive feet and didn't like to be without shoes. But how did he go on an outing with no shoes on? And was even wearing clothing? And then about a week before he disappeared, he went on a home visit for the weekend. His mother washed his clothes, and she says she noticed blood in his underwear, and she believes he may have been being sexually abused at their treatment facility, and perhaps that's what he wanted to tell her on the day that he disappeared, but the call was being monitored. Now, who was monitoring the call? And then they realized that he was telling his mother this, and who took him allegedly on an outing? Okay, so he'd only been in the facility since late June, but he had stayed there earlier for several months. And did they have different workers now? Authorities are not certain what happened to him. He has no history of running away. They've never heard from him. It's been since 1990. The place closed in 1997. His mother now lives in Kansas. Have they investigated to see who was working there and if somebody might have done something to him? That's horrific. That accusations, that is horrific. Just thinking of something like that. Only 15 years old, never heard from him. There is a John Doe that was found in 1982, 2 years after he disappeared. Adult, pre-40, and he was only 15, so he wouldn't be an adult. To me, that's still a child. Estimated PMI, though, is 2 years. So, remains found in Silverton, Colorado. Partial skeleton parts only. And then there's a John Doe or Jane Doe. We're not sure if it's male or female. Found in Adams County, Colorado in 2001. Found in a field. And I don't know if any of these could be him or what happened to him or anything. There was a John Doe found in 2014. That's a lot of years later. Near full human skeleton remains. Found while irrigation workers were attempting to increase the depth of a drainage ditch. So, like I said, I don't know if any of them could be him. I don't know if the information is true or accurate. That's only Charlie Project, but can you imagine losing your child like that? That would be horrific, and then never knowing what happened to him for sure, or if somebody did something to him. That is so sad. Anyway, if you have any information, even if you feel like it's hearsay, you're not, it's not like you're going to testify in a court of law. You have some information, you should contact authorities and let them know. Maybe you know who worked at the facility. Maybe you worked at the facility. Maybe you had a relative that worked at the facility. You know if there was somebody new working at the facility. Maybe you knew who might have taken him on an outing or what might have happened. Maybe if somebody's been talking over the years and you have information that you think might could help him, contact them, let them know. Any information that you have. Don't forget to pray for him and his family and his loved ones that have never even been able to have a proper funeral or scatter his ashes or anything. Feel free to leave comments and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.